Friendship is terrifying because it's the place where fears can come true. Fear of being hurt, again. Fear of missing out, being left out or feeling left out. Fear of being the new girl. Fear of including the new girl. Fear of being misunderstood, misinterpreted, and misfit. It's easy to understand why we women take one look at the friendship landscape, pockmarked with an infinity of landmines, and say, heck no. I won't dumb it down. I won't pretend the potential for hurt isn't there. It is, period. There are no guarantees when it comes to friendship, except this one. 1 John chapter 4, verse 18 says, "There is no fear in love. Instead, perfect love drives out fear." That's it. That's the choice. At the end of the day, we get to choose who will have the final say in our lives and our relationships, fear or love. I hope after you listen to this section, you'll recognize fear as a dead end, and love is the only choice that can fill us up. Fill us up so full there's plenty to spill over into the lives of the people around us, into the lives of our friends. Chapter 1. The Fear of Being Hurt. Again. Friendship PTSD. Mary wrote, "Fact, Christian women will hurt you." Whoever said sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt you, must not have gone to junior high or been a woman. And while we might expect Christians to be the expectation to this cruel rule, real life proves that they are not. Anyone who has been in the church for very long has been hurt by people in the church. Christians aren't immune to judgment, pride, self-centeredness, manipulation, abandonment, abuse, control, perfectionism, domination, and every kind of relational sin known to humankind. The walls of the church do not make it safe from sin. In fact, the church, by definition, is composed of sinners. I've officially lost track of the number of stories I've heard from women who've been hurt by other women in ways that boggle the mind. Maybe we learn in girlhood how to invite and then disinvite a friend to our birthday party all in the same breath. My preschool daughter stunned me with that story this afternoon. With her wispy baby breath, I heard the words tumble out, "But then Sophie said I can't come to her birthday party anymore because I didn't play Frozen with her on the playground today." And I felt that terrible ache in my gut of something ancient beginning, something so dark and ominous and seemingly inevitable that I wanted to stand Gandalf-like before it, blocking its way and bellowing, "You shall not pass." But I know that I won't be able to bubble wrap her away from the world and all its sharp edges, so I want to be the one to equip her, to give her the courage and the tools to face the daunting statistics chronicling how we women treat each other. That's why it's worth looking at the science behind our female craving for connection, as well as some of the wounds surrounding the often failed attempts for women to remain friends. We'll share personal stories of friendships failed and hurts survived by women just like us who chose to stay and try again, because you're not alone in your fears, not by a long shot. Friendship PTSD. Annie wrote, "The hardest breakup of my life was with a friend." My mom died 1 week to the day after I turned 18, and my first phone call after I got the news was to a girlfriend, Liza. I didn't even tell her what had happened. I didn't need to. I just asked if she could come and get me, because she'd spent the last 18 months keeping me company on the long, grueling journey of leukemia, hospices, learning to cook, and staying out too late to avoid going home to the cloud of sadness that hung over our home. She was no longer surprised by my requests. I didn't have my driver's license yet, and my dad was making phone call after phone call, repeating the same terrible words over and over again. I wanted to get out of the house, out of range of that repeated disaster, out of my skin. Liza's mom drove her over, and they took me back to their house, and I still didn't know how to break the news. Death is such an awkward conversation for teenage girls, already awkward in their skinny jeans. But Liza did what she always did. She just let me be with her. She didn't expect anything from me. She fed me,